Hey everybody, welcome to Jacob's Quest, and today we got a brand new trailer for the Forever Purge. This is, I think, the 6th Purge movie, I want to say. Maybe 5th. The Purge has been a weird franchise. I feel like that very first movie got everyone hooked on the concept more so than the actual movie itself, which I think most people thought was very middle of the road, average. It had a couple of good scares, but the concept was much more promising than what we ended up getting. And I think as the series has gone on, it's more so delivered what I think was initially promised in those original trailers. It's also taken a lot more of a political turn. So it's become almost more of an action political thriller thing than a straight-on horror movie, as it seems to still advertise itself as. The Purge has become like a big Halloween thing, even though it's not necessarily a horror scary movie. It's more of a political action type thing with some horror elements in it. But in any case, they did some weird things, like they had a TV show, which I think only lasted for one season and nobody watched. The Purge is just a strange franchise that I feel like, although there's a couple of entries that I think generally are, accepted well and everyone kind of likes, it feels like it never really delivered on that initial promise of like, oh hey, you can do anything and it's legal. They dipped their toes in it for a couple of the movies, but it feels like maybe they waited too long to do that, and they didn't, that first movie just did not deliver really. And I feel like a lot of people immediately jumped off the wagon, so here we are with another Purge movie. I don't think they've had one in about 2, maybe even 3 years now, since they've had a Purge movie. But you know what? We'll see what they do. This could go either way. Maybe this is the rebirth of the franchise. Who knows? Let's go ahead and take a look.
The annual Purge will conclude in 3, 2, 1. Thank you for your participation.
We survived.
All police and emergency services have been reinstated. All crime, including murder, is now illegal.
Come on, let's get to work.
Okay, so you can kind
One night only. Rest of the year is peaceful.
of get some hints of maybe some political undertones already.
Help me! Help me! The Purge
shit.
is over, please!
No, it ain't.
Okay.
This is insane. Nobody hear the sirens?
There's no crime anymore. Anything goes.
You rich can't hide behind your steel walls no more.
Yeah.
Powerless. How's that feel?
This is
The Purge. The Forever Purge. Hurry up!
So
They're
just
coming!
murder then. So it's just murder. That's what it is.
Follow me!
There's nowhere safe to go. No way to get help.
Oh my god.
We gotta find another way to get out of here.
This country's gonna collapse.
Mexico is opening its borders for the next 6 hours.
Let's go.
We're in this together.
Interesting. Okay.
English! Speak!
Does this translate?
Okay, July 4th. Okay, so I'll say this immediately. My immediate reaction is, first, this looks, I think, significantly cheaper than the last couple of entries. I got some real, like, straight to home video vibes from this. My other thing is that obviously they are not shying away from the political aspect at all. They're like hard leaning into it, which I think makes sense for this franchise. This seems to be like the one franchise where they're like, you know what, this is our political thing. We're gonna, you know, it's over the top, hit you over the head with the with the political messaging here. There's no subtlety here at all, which I think, if anything, this franchise is the complete opposite of subtlety as a concept, which is fine. You know, it's you know, and like I said, it definitely again looks more like an action movie with some horror elements, but there's, you know, a lot of gunfighting, and you know, now they're gonna get the bad guys and all that kind of stuff. The interesting thing is, you know, not that I'm gonna sit here and like analyze the lore of the Purge films, but I thought that they had one of the entries where they basically elected someone that was gonna like get rid of the Purge, and that was like the whole point of that movie. So I guess we're just ignoring that, or I'm sure something will be mentioned. But yeah, it just, the funny thing about this is that the hook of this one appears to be, what if we got rid of the main hook of the Purge? So the whole idea of like, oh, here's one night where everything is legal, which is still like the interesting concept that they've only kind of sometimes delivered on. It seems like what they're trying to do in this movie is like, hey, what if we just abandon that concept altogether? And now it's just murder. Now it's just, hey, what if people just murdered people just all the time? Like real life. But it's like, you know, because now it's like, so then why is this a Purge movie? And I'll be honest with you, the more I think about that, and the more I think about how like it you know what this feels like, you know, especially because it feels like a cheaper movie that was you know, should be like straight to DVD back in the day. This feels like this was originally scripted as an entirely different movie. Like this was going to be its own thing, and then they bought the script, and then they added on the Purge elements to it at the beginning of the movie, you know, and then now it's this movie, which happens a lot, by the way. You can go look back. I think I want to say Die Hard is one of those. Well, no, Die Hard's based on a book. What am I thinking of? Is it Lethal Weapon? One of those like classic action movies was like, oh, this was gonna actually just be an entry for this other series, and then someone else bought the script and just changed some names around. And that seems like what's essentially happened here. Someone bought the script, altered it so that way it's in the Purge universe, right? But it was not originally a Purge movie. That's what it seems like to me. It also felt just significantly cheaper. Yeah, this definitely does not seem like something I'm gonna like run out in theaters. I'll be catching this on Netflix when it shows up there, like a couple weeks after it comes in theaters. I'll be catching it on Netflix for sure, I think. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, like, my thing is like, you know, the Purge movies have kind of been a joke for a little while. I think most people are kind of like dismissive of them now. Which is a shame, because I know that at least a couple of them are actually, you know, they actually have something to them. But this one definitely did not give off those vibes. This felt like, you know, they're just like, oh, let's make another one. We can make it really cheap and just kind of use the name of the Purge. But yeah, it's like the Purge, but you know, what if they just kept going and the Purge ended? This is just murder then. So there's no, like, the most interesting thing about your whole film franchise, you're just disregarding in this one, I guess. So okay. Anyways, but yeah. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. I was not so impressed with this. Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.